Okay. Everybody's excited. I know everybody's excited about Asar Thompson, and you should be, but Marcus Sasser just showed us something. I know we can't overreact to Summer League. I get that. And we're going to talk about the good and the bad. Don't get me wrong. But I was worried about Marcus Sasser in the first 4 games because he just couldn't find his shot. And like other things were doing fine. Everything was going okay, but he could not find his shot. He kept playing defense. He kept attacking the boards for a small guy. He kept doing the things he needed to do and look to get others involved. But in game 5 of Summer League, Marcus Sasser absolutely went off and showed why he could be a steal of this draft and why he could be a really, really good, solid player going forward. Here's the deal. I knew Marcus Sasser was good. I didn't know he had this in him. All right, so let's just take a look at what he did. And once we see what he did, we can kind of have, I'm not going to be able to highlight one row. We can talk about it. He played 30 minutes. He was 16 of 25 from the floor, 5 of 9 from 3. So like really good shooting percentages, but not like just the stupidest, greatest thing you've ever seen in your life. He was good. He had 3 boards. He had 5 assists. He still had a steal. He still had a block. He had a plus 15 plus minus, which guess how many we won by? 15 for a total of 40. I think that makes him the 5th, maybe the 6th player in the history. The 5th or 6th player in the history of Summer League to go for 40. Now, it's not like this illustrious group of names or anything like that, but I didn't know this dude had 40-point games in him. Like I knew he was a good scorer in college, but the whole thing, everything coming out of Houston is 4-year player. You know, he's going to be solid for you. You're going to know what you're going to get on him from a night in, night out basis. He's going to be a good defender, limited in size, but a long wingspan. So he's still going to be a good defender. And he's going to make the right reads or the right plays on offense. He's going to hit open shots. But what he showed in Summer League, his one-on-one game was remarkable. Like his one-on-one game was absolutely out of control. His step back threes that he was hitting in this game, his ability to step sideways, like a dribble and go to the side, his ability to get by his defender, get his defender on his hip, and then stretch out to get a layup. Like he was finishing each and every way that you could in Summer League on his road to 40. And what made 40 more impressive is when he got 40. The Pistons went in trailing at halftime. He had 9. He had 9 points. We were losing. We were up 3 after 1, and then I think we were down 5 at halftime. And even a really weird play right before halftime where Sasser and another player like tripped over each other. And one of the Pacers players, I think it was Wong, made like a 35-foot 3-pointer, a 30-foot 3-pointer. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it's just like, oh man, what are we even doing watching this 5th game? I'm watching it for Sasser. He's still not shooting well. And then he comes out in the second half and dude doesn't miss. He goes for, I believe it was 13 or 15 in the third quarter. And then depending on what he went for in the third quarter, he either went for 15 or 17 in the fourth. So he did this when he needed to. And then even in the fourth quarter, he came out for a couple of minutes. Indiana crept back. And then Sasser came in real quick. 3-3, game over. Like he's the one who said, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to win this game for my team. If you've been watching Pistons Summer League basketball, we lost 1 game. It was to Houston. And that was because, what was it? I'm trying to remember his name. Dumb me. Anyways, just put up 38 on us. Jabari Smith Jr., right? And he put up 38 on us. And Sasser did that in this game. He was like, everybody just get out of my way. And it was kind of fun because you saw in the first 2 games, they gave Ivy the rock in the backcourt and they fed the big men. And then they went out and you saw Asar Thompson kind of start to assert himself and kind of do his thing at an efficient rate. And then Asar Thompson comes out. So now it's Marcus Sasser's turn to be the lead man. And he goes for 40. Like this is remarkable. So yes, Pistons fans, be excited about this. Like, could Killian Hayes go for 40? And I'm not trying to hate on Killian. I'm not. I'm honestly asking the question, does he even have the ability to go off like that? And I don't think he does. The fact that Sasser was able to do that, maybe it's a flash in the pan. It's one game, right? It's just one game. And quite frankly, he struggled for 3 of the first 4. All right, but he finally started seeing his shot go in, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, this is what this guy can be." Like, if you look at his overall numbers in summer league, they're still not that remarkable as far as the shooting splits and things like that, but this game went a long way to bringing him back to even. So, excited to see that he was able to do that. Excited to see what he's able to do now and if he's gonna be able to play well enough to kinda crack this rotation. And if he's going to be good enough, fast enough that we can, instead of holding on to Burks and losing him for nothing or something like that, if Sasser is going to be a good enough player to start coming off the bench, or even like a Joe Harris, like, or a Monty Morris, like, are we able to let 1 or 2 of these guys go to bring back just some resources, just a couple resources, even Bogey, because Asar and Sasser are developing at such a fast rate that we don't have time to put these vets on the floor, so we may as well make something out of it before the end. So here's the deal. We are now officially in the NBA dead period. Like, this is what we just went through in football over the last month. So here's the deal with the channel, and I want you to hear me on this. We'll still be throwing up a Pistons video here and there. It's not going to be every day like it's been for the last month or so since the draft. We've just been going heavy Pistons. We're going to start shifting the focus back a little bit to the Lions just because there's going to be more talk about the Lions as football opens up with training camp and as we get into preseason. But the Pistons aren't gone, and they're about 3 months away from the regular season starting. And by regular season starting, yeah, they're about 3 months away, and they're about 2.5 months from off-season stuff. So if there's big news, if there's good stuff that we're hearing out of training for the players, what they're working on, are they working on their jump shot? Are they working on their explosiveness? Are they working on their ball handling? Are they working on this 0.5 offense? Like, we will, if we're anything that we get rumblings of, we'll be giving it to you. So don't leave, Pistons fans. Still keep checking. We're still going to be talking about stuff. It's just not going to be at the same level that it was. It was fun. This was a fun summer league. Sometimes summer league can be overly disappointing, like when Jaden Ivey just gets rolling and then rolls his ankle in the second game, and you lose him for the rest of the summer league. Then Jalen Duren has a weird injury, and then you're just like, what do we do? By the way, that was last year's. So it was really nice to see our rookies get out of summer league healthy, to see them play well, and to see what Troy Weaver saw in them and why they fit so well with Monty Williams in this offense with this staff. All right. Hey, go Pistons. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Keep tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.